What's going on, guys? Jacoborth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, coming to you guys to talk about something that I'm sure a lot of you have already heard about and are going to want to talk about down in the comment section below. But this is some news that came out, I believe it was earlier this week, about MGM and Caesars possibly looking at a merger, right? So I'm right here, guys, across the street from MGM Resorts here on the Las Vegas Strip. And this is something that came out in the news, like I said, this week. It was a fairly popular topic. I think the New York Post is the first one to break the news. I'll put links down below for an article or two you guys can watch and read more about this if you guys want. But this is something that is potentially big news here in Las Vegas, and especially if it ends up happening. So this is something that's going to affect tourism, obviously, a lot here on the Strip, and then also going to affect other places like Atlantic City a lot, because if the merger does happen, this would mean that the company would now own about half the hotel rooms here on Las Vegas Boulevard and in Atlantic City. Now, we've talked about some of this before and how this, these big corporations and some of these large companies are having an effect here on Las Vegas and here on tourism, because remember, MGM is already the biggest hospitality company here in Las Vegas. I believe they're the largest employer in the state of Nevada. So MGM is already, the one who has set several trends here in Las Vegas with parking. Remember, MGM started charging for parking, Caesars Entertainment followed, then eventually Wynn Resorts followed the charging for parking here in Las Vegas as well. So MGM is already the biggest company here, Caesars being the second, in terms of how many rooms and how many properties on the Strip they own. So, you've already got the two biggest companies right here on the Strip, and a lot of people are already unhappy with that. They already think that, having two massive companies like that here on the Strip does not give enough competition, does not provide enough competition, that these hotels have to, compete more for tourist dollars. They think that, to a large degree, MGM and Caesars can, kind of do whatever they want, and then, people either have to, take it or leave it, because they just have so much of the Strip already. So, if those two combine, then, what does that mean for people coming on vacation? What does that mean for tourists? Because some of you have even told me in videos before, in the comments section, hey, I like staying at MGM properties because, hey, they treat me well. Some of you say, hey, I like staying over at Caesar properties because Caesars treats me well. If those two merge, that's obviously going to change. If they merge, it's obviously going to be a change in operation. It's going to be a change, obviously, in, like the board of directors and, people who are going to be running these companies. Also going to be something, could be a change with, the finances of how these companies operate, because a lot of these companies, these resort companies operate with a lot of debt. And it was just in 2015 that Caesars Entertainment unit actually declared bankruptcy. So, there's a huge amount of finance that goes into this thing, and MGM is actually having a investment banker right now take a look at Caesars, as a possible merger. But, this is just a rumor, okay? For the time being, this is just a rumor, nothing about whether or not this could actually happen. Some people have said, they think this is just a rumor that was started to bring up, the company's stock prices. I've also read people saying, hey, that, this could, this may not even happen just because of the regulators, right? Think of the gaming board here in the state of Nevada. Think of, federal regulations. People think there's a lot of legal hurdles that would even have to go into effect. So tell me if you guys think this is, legitimate. This is just a rumor to try to get attention or to raise stock prices, or, whatever the case you think this is. If this does happen, what would it mean for Las Vegas? What would it mean for, the around 40 million people who come here every single year to the area in terms of tourism and hospitality? I want to hear what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. Please be sure to subscribe, guys. I got other great videos coming to you in the future. That's it for this video. I'm Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.